Hi everyone, this is Darren. We just passed the Black Friday. I had you guys had a great weekend. I was at Orchard Road last week and it was just amazing. There are so many people. Did I get some stuff? Yes, I did. I was one of the victims of Black Friday. Okay. So I want to just share with you that most of you know that this period of time I have a side business running with my wife. It's very busy, alright, because of the festivities. But ultimately, I'm still committed to giving you good content and to share with you as much as I can to make for all of you to have a better decision made for your family and especially for real estate. Okay. Now, last week I met a couple of buyers and I still felt that there are still some common questions and stumbling blocks that I am still trying to address. One of it is buying a home. So they will always say to me that Darren, it doesn't really matter if the property prices go up. I'm not interested in that because I just want to buy a place and stay there. Okay. I felt this is a very emotional type of thought because all of us are still going to sell our property one day. Okay, and not just it's so important to buy the correct property, the right property today. Why? Because of the balanced lease and the huge prices we're looking at comparing to 20-30 years ago. An entry price of a HDB today easily sets us at $500,000 for a nice 4 to 5 room flat, and if you're moving on to a condominium, easily $1 million and above. All right, and over here I plan to share with you not just buying something is so important, but how to structure the payments in mind and also to think of the exit strategy. All these three parts comes together as a whole for you to make your real estate journey more pleasant and less frustrated, and you wouldn't have disappointments or financial setbacks 25 years to 30 years later. Okay, excuse me, let me just go into it right now. Let's take for example a customer looking for a property. This just give you a figure of a purchase price of $450,000. Okay, we are going into, they have to come up with 25% plus 3% estimated because there are some grants involved. So in total, I'll just round it up. Estimated they will have spent 600 in the initial cash outlay or CPF. This is percentages, and they're going to take a loan of 75% loan, and that will give you 337,500 with a monthly mortgage of 1531. All right, so I want to take you through buyer one looking to finance this property using CPF. What is the total amount that you have paid at year 25? Okay, the apps I normally use is Cal's calculator. If you've gone online to my online class and my templates, so total you will have paid, let me just use this in red, the total installments you have paid 459,340. Okay, plus you have to add up your initial down payment. All right, so you add this initial down payment 600. It will give you 582,940. Okay, so this is understanding your money. You have already spent a year 25 $582,940 for a property that you bought at $450,000. If at that time, if you did buy a wrong property today, for example, and you could only sell the property at 400K or below, let's just use a rough number at $400,000, right? You can only sell at $400,000. In theory, you will have lost the difference of negative 182,940, and chances are you'll be stuck over here because you wouldn't be want to sell it, right? At the time you're already in your 60s, what you're going to do is a negative sale. Okay, let's look at buyer 2. Now buyer 2 did something a little bit different. It's a little bit painful For buyer 2, buyer 1 very comfortable, every month using CPF to pay for his monthly mortgage. For buyer 2, a bit painful, they use 1531 in cash every single month. Alright, and they kept this amount 1531 in their CPF for the next 25 years. How much will this have generated? You just have to use your compound calculator. For the next 25 years, he would have kept in his CPF a total of 459,300. Okay, and just using a normal interest rate of 2.5%, do understand that for the first 20k, CPF does give you 3.5%. You have generate interest of 168,246. Total CPF he would have in his CPF account at the time will be 627,726. What is so significant about this? Main significant is this: buyer A have lost 182. If you use this calculation, buyer 2 will have only lost slightly, what, 18k? If you use this amount, this is wrong, 182 and 168, because he used his money that he would have ultimately lost in the house to put it into a platform that generates him 2.5%. Okay, what is the situation for these two buyers? At year 25, buyer 2 will have a few more options in his life. Number 1, he has an option to sell. Or number 2, if he doesn't sell, he has a huge amount of CPF that he could rely on for retirement. But for buyer A, he's going to be stuck because to sell this property at 400k below, he has lost so much money. If you were to use this and you minus this off 400k, you will get back only 400k in a CPF at the time. After buying off a small property of a 3-room at the time, for example, he will only have about how much? After paying all the costs, maybe 50k in excess in his retirement account versus 627. So you do the math, which makes more sense. Now, if you are listening and you get my message and you get it, alright, and you do not want to sell a house today, it's fine. And you are asking yourself, if you are using your monthly payment right now, mortgage, you use a CPF, how can you correct that? Very simple. Go out online, check under your housing withdrawal details. For example, if your housing withdrawal details, you have already used $100,000 and you don't like this number, you want to make use of the CPF platform, all right, to get interest on this. Okay, I'm saying to all of you who keeps the cash, but every year you are putting it into FD accounts that's generating you about 1% or less, and you have nothing to do with this money. Use this platform, make a partial payment. You can do that to your CPF housing withdrawal details. Immediately, if you put a 50k inside, there is no admin fee for this. 50k over here, this drops like 50k, and this amount will go into your OA and start generating you your 2.5% immediately. Alright, well, this is just a quick illustration for you. I hope it has value. You do understand it. If you do not understand this, you have some questions, do comment below, and then I'll answer whatever questions that you have. Okay, well, have a good day and talk to you soon. If you like the video that you have just watched, it has given you better clarity in your property journey in Singapore, do help me out by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel.